Good morning.
Good morning.
New location, different people.
Different from who we were yesterday.
I changed shirts for the first time in a week.
You're wearing it's still a gray shirt though.
But it's a different gray shirt.
I'm wearing the same gray shirt that I was wearing last night because it's what I wore to bed.
It's chilly this morning.
It is pretty chilly this morning.
I thought, it ain't that cold. And then I started making coffee and stuff, and I'm like, nope, it's pretty chilly. And Sawyer was shivering a little bit. He was they get excited in the morning, but he's just,
oh.
You know, he does it, he gets all excited, but he's cold at the same time. Almost spilled my coffee. But, yeah, look at this. See the siding on there? Chinking will be going in soon. I'm excited for that. And if you guys are watching this.
If you're watching this.
Right now.
Which you probably are.
Maybe. You don't know that.
If they hear you saying if you're watching this, then they're watching it.
What? No, you don't know that. Most people don't listen, because every time I say stuff, people don't listen. True, right?
What?
See? And, anyways, if you're watching this, then I'm pretty funny, I think. If I can make Jaylene laugh early in the morning, pretty funny. But if you're watching this, then, you know, we're standing our ground and staying here, and the Crockers video will be coming out today. And, doing some things on there, because that's what we do, some things. And yeah, it's been an interesting few days thinking about things, stuff of that nature. And since my mind is ADD, got green onions growing back in the garden over there. It's pretty good.
They are very resilient, that's for sure.
But yeah, we're gonna be working a lot on the house, and then Jaylena's van as usual. Did y'all just catch that? I wonder if they saw that.
Maybe.
The goat just ran and jumped off the porch. But a lot going on, and I don't know. Just, a lot of thinking, I guess, lately. And you gotta stand your ground. You gotta, not let people run you off and get dogs that scare people. But
Sawyer's doing his job.
He is. When we lived in Texas, Jared would always get mad. About 4 o'clock in the morning, Sawyer would be barking. Shut up!
He's probably barking at like coyotes.
He was.
Something.
He's doing his job. So I tell him, I said, he's just doing his job. That's the whole reason we got him. Got him because of his breed. But having these goats here is it's therapeutical. It's kind of why my dad, they ended up getting goats at the beginning. And I've said this forever. They're basically dogs with horns. And this morning I woke up and I looked out the window, and all the goats were in the middle of all the dogs, but all the dogs are just laying down. So, they're comfortable with each other, and that's what we really wanted. At first, it was going to be the goats in the pen, the dogs outside. That way, the dogs can go around the whole pen and all that stuff. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just let them out. Because I wanted to let them out for about an hour a day at the end of the day. Really, truly, they just stick around right here. They don't really go off. They're awesome. The 3 goats we got from the Sawyer's friends, when I went to go pick them up, they were already around their dogs. And they're a little wild, I guess, as far as where they were, because it was just a normal yard. But being out here with as much trees and all that stuff for them to eat, they're really calm. They're really nice. And, the reason I think they're worse than dogs is a dog, you can move a wrapper and they'll be like, Goats will run straight up to you, and they think that you're opening a bag of feed, and then they'll jump on you and stuff. So
we went live last night on my channel, and some pretty funny goat stuff happened. So if you want to see what happened, go check it out.
entertaining to say the least. We didn't expect it. Goats kind of get into their own thing. Again,
I was dying laughing.
I guess I'd consider goats a mixture of dogs and children. Mix them, and you got a goat with,
That's why they call them kids.
Pretty much, I guess. But yeah, I was watching the Sawyer's video. Little Moses, the puppy. A lot of you guys asked about the puppies and stuff. Well, no longer have them, but the Sawyers have one, and he's doing pretty well. He's getting big. I think he's gonna be a really, really good livestock guardian dog. And his mom is right here, laying down, literally looking at the goats. But I guess if you want to check them out, if you haven't, it's Sawyer Ridge Farm, and I can't wait to see what that little dog looks like when he gets bigger.
He's gonna be a pretty beautiful dog.
Yeah, I still can't pinpoint exactly what he's mixed with. Of course, I know the mom, but the dad, I'm not 100% sure. He kind of looks like he's like wolf looking, but I don't know. Be interesting. So you have to keep up with that. And then some people have asked about the car in the background over here, and can't get to work right now. But I think Jayleena's mom or sister wants it, so that'll end up going.
Oh yeah, I'll end up towing it with the van to either Nashville or to the Dallas area.
Yeah, and then the van, I think today probably start working on the walls. Jaylena ripped out the walls, and there are a few things on that I'm like, why are people commenting this?
Some people are so angry that I'm redoing it at all.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because the van tour I did, they had the bed and the carpet and the TV, and someone was like, "You could just buy groceries and hop on the road." It's like, where am I going to put the groceries at?
Yeah,
I could do that
in a car.
Yeah, in any vehicle.
But well, then someone was like, "That's extremely rude of you to buy someone's car and then tear it apart."
I told that to my mom, and I said, "If I sell my car, I don't care if you drive into a tree.
Yeah,
as soon as you leave.
Once I get that cash,
yeah,
and you want to drive it 100 yards off my property and burn it, you can do whatever you want."
Have you ever sold something? If you cared about it, you probably wouldn't have sold it.
Exactly. And I think they were kind of upset because they were like, and it was a viewer. When we went to go look, we didn't know they knew who we were.
Yeah.
They were just random.
Well, and I
sellers.
told them what I was planning on doing with it. They were totally cool with it. They don't care.
No.
They were selling it.
Yeah, they bought it for their purposes.
They said it wasn't big enough for what they needed. They're moving on.
So they passed it on to the next people. And guess what? We're gutting it and building it out for Jaylena. And when she's done, she'll pass it on to the next person. And if they want to tear everything out, then that's up to them.
Cool. Because you know what? The whole van life thing, the purpose of redoing the van and customizing it is so it fits all of my needs for when I'm alone or I'm out on the road. And so it's like, if the next person who buys it wants to do the same.
Yeah, what if they want a sink?
Cool for them, yeah.
Or a refrigerator or something, and Jaylene doesn't want that. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird when people get upset about weird things like that. Yeah, I don't know. There's things I do that I'm like, yeah, I can see why people don't like that. But to buy a vehicle and redo it, I don't know. It's like I told Jaylena, if you bought an older house, would you just not remodel it? Inside, if you could, if that's what you want to do, just because you bought it for someone else? Like, no, you remodel and you make it better, and you make it better to your needs. Mm-hmm. And so, Watson.
So we got, well, I didn't really get to meet them, but Jason kind of got to meet his neighbors, if you will, yesterday.
Get back, buddy.
We were leaving the property to go into town, and there was this van.
New neighbors, by the way.
Just parked over there, and I was like, yeah, they had a little fire pit going. I was like, maybe they're just some like campers that were trying to find a place that they thought they wouldn't get caught camping.
Yeah.
So on the way back, they were still here. So Jason got out and was like, hey, you know, what are you guys up to? And
They were younger.
Yeah, it was a couple younger guys. And
I don't think there were a couple.
but I guess it'd be the property on the other side, but
down
down that way. They own a lot of land, and he said he's owned it for over 5 years, and then he doesn't come out much. And,
he bought that property before anyone else on this little pathway had anything. Actually, the one at the very end, that because I don't live at the very end, the one at the very end, no one comes down here, and that's why I know when people come down here, you ain't supposed to be down here. And I don't know where you're going with that story.
Oh, just that you got to meet him, and I thought it was cool that he was in a van. I'm assuming he travels in that van.
Yeah, he said he lives in Oregon, and he likes to leave every now and again. He's got family here in the area, but he'd rather not stay with the family. And it's kind of like my mom says, after 3 days, fish start to stink. So you can't overstay your welcome. And he seems like the type that he seemed like he wants to be in the woods. He just had that vibe to him. But the funny story of that is the other guy that doesn't own it, it's just a friend. He's got some tattoos and whatnot, and you know, he had his hat kind of sideways, reminded me of like my early 2000 phase. And he said, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You live down there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm building a tiny house." He's like, "Oh yeah, the one that's been there." And I was like, "No, I'm building it." And he's like, "Man, yeah, you know, he hasn't come down here since he's been here right now." And he's like, "Last time I came, it was in January." And I'm like, "I was here in January?" And he's like, "I drove down there, and there was like 4 trucks out there, and these dudes staring at me. And I was in my creeper van, like this green van, and I just drove by, like, I went down to the end, and I turned around, and I came back, and like they were just like staring at me, man." And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." I was like, "That was me and my friends. I just moved out, and we were cutting trees and whatnot." So when he came by, there was nothing here. This was when I was living in a tent. I had literally just moved up. I remember the day. It was Jared up here, Good Grub, and Kevin. We were all here, and I remember that van driving by. Bandit, Bandit. Chasing somebody or something. But yeah, I remember that day. He came by, and you can tell he was kind of freaked out, and I was kind of like, "Well, who is this? Like, I don't know anyone around here." But he comes out. I don't know, someone's driving down here. Yep.
Sounds like someone's driving down here.
I'm gonna go. All right, we're gonna call this. Someone's driving down here.
Well, it looks like they're turning around. They're like, "Yeah, we went too far."
Yeah, they're like, "I see dogs and people. I'm turning around." So that works out. I was gonna go get some protection here, but they turned around. So
see, that's the beauty of having dogs out here.
Yeah.
They're already way over there.
They're
slowing
at the
them
car.
down.
Yeah. And they turn around instantly. So I'm just gonna assume maybe those are friends of the other people. I don't know. But now my dogs are chasing them off. But yeah, that's the reality of this out here is, unfortunately, people come out here. I'm gonna put a gate across the roadway. If someone has a problem with it, come talk to me. I'm just gonna do it. I don't really care.
The people that we met yesterday, they said that was before Jason even said anything. They said they wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
And then Jason mentioned it, and then they were like, "Hey, man, if you want to do it, I don't have any problem with it."
Well, they said you could put it on the other side of their property, so the gate's even further. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do. Put a gate here, and then put a gate up on the other side of their property. That way, these people have to come through 2 gates, and I got some other security stuff that'll be on the way, and there'll be like motion detectors and floodlights and all that stuff, and It'll I think deter some people coming out here and giving plenty of warning. I won't tell anyone where I put these sensors and
But
all
they'll
that.
definitely see the no trespassing sign.
Yeah, and the lights. And so at the gate, I will definitely have a huge floodlight. So when you're stopped there, you will be lit up before I light you up. It just got real. But yeah,
On that note, we have a ton of stuff to do today.
we do.
It's
And
gonna be a long day.
but yeah, so get that done, and then yeah, hopefully no more people will come down here. Um, it's kind of unfortunate that after all this is going on, someone just pulled up right now,
Yeah.
and then those people are down there for the first time in forever. But keeps you on a high alert, and we're standing our ground. So we'll see y'all later on the Crockers. Should come out today. Possibly Jaylina's video as well, doing the band stuff. If not today, tomorrow. And I think you guys are gonna be pretty impressed with the van, the interior. I don't think it's what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, I think people are gonna, especially the people that were like so mad. I think they're gonna be like, "Dang, that looks really nice."
No, well, they'll think it, but they won't say it.
They won't admit it.
That's how trash talkers are. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get on with our day. So see you.
Bye.